Hello and welcome to Drawing Bigfoot. I hope everybody's doing all right out there tonight. We're sorry again for being late. It just seems to be like we're doing it every week now, but that's the way it goes sometimes. But thanks for hanging on for us. And with me, of course, as always, is our artist, Mr. Larry Batson. How you doing, Larry?
I'm happier than a Rocky Mountain tick on a buffalo.
Oh, that sounds like a really good place to be.
Yeah.
For a tick.
Yeah.
And our guest tonight, coming from, where are you coming from, Earl?
Yes, ma'am, Mississippi.
Mississippi. Welcome, Earl, to Drawing Bigfoot. Thanks for coming on tonight.
Thank you for having me.
You are welcome. So what we do tonight is we will, if you don't mind sharing your encounter, giving us a kind of outline of your encounter, and then we'll get into the drawing, and then we'll go into more detail. I know Larry's heard your encounter before, I believe, but we
I don't think so.
Oh, have you not? Oh, okay.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. So we don't know. We don't know what your encounter is, but we're looking forward to hearing it. And you know, like again, appreciate you sharing it with us tonight.
You're welcome.
I think we might have a bit of a delay.
Yeah.
Are you still there, Earl?
Thank you.
This will be entertaining.
Hey?
This will be entertaining.
I think there's just a little bit of a delay.
Yeah.
But Earl, do you want to take us, whereabouts were you when your encounter happened?
Well, I've had a few that I remember from a child and growing up, but the main one I remember distinctly, me and my brother was hunting in a swamp. I can tell you this, he's passed away years ago, so I can say it now. We was hunting alligators in a swamp, and we pulled up on a bank, and my brother was a ex-Vietnam vet. He did 3 tours, and he was literally he was a Vietnam vet. And you really didn't want to be in the woods with him at night with a gun, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
But we got along great, man. And, he made his living hunting and fishing alligators and catfish and whatever back in the swamps. And we had a little boat full of alligators and pulled up to the bank. And we were standing there on the side of the bank, got the boat docked. And I was probably, I don't know, 20, maybe 15, 20. I was a youngin'. And my brother rolled his own cigarettes. If he didn't have Camel non-filters, he rolled his own Bugler tobacco. That's just his thing. Right. I didn't question it. I wasn't gonna ask him nothing. But anyway, we're sitting there smoking a cigarette, and all of a sudden there was a cypress tree break about 6 feet behind him, and he went in an IG Joe mode. He said, "Hold the rope to the boat. I'll be right back." And before I could say what, he was gone. And it was about 10 or 12 minutes, maybe. I guess it might have been an hour. I don't know, but it felt like an eternity to me. And I don't know if you ever been in a swamp at night, but you could hear anything for miles and miles in a swamp. I didn't hear no cicadas. I didn't hear no crickets. I didn't hear nothing. And I started getting a little nervous because, hell, we grew up in a swamp, you know. And the next sound I heard while I'm over there looking for him, trying to find him, there was a sound that come behind me. I was standing by a tree, in front of a tree, and it come behind the tree and walked to the water. The only sound I heard from it was when his feet hit the water. Right. And he was halfway to the edge of a 16-foot boat. And he turned around and just stared at me. I mean, and I had nightmares about that forever. And he turned back around and just walked straight across the swamp. Wow. And I remember, I've seen a few, but that right there, that
got you.
You won't forget it, you know.
Yeah. How long do you think you were staring at each other for?
Oh, it stared at me for a good 10 seconds. It did a deep puff, and the boat was in where he was standing by the back of the boat was probably 3 feet of water. Okay, and you could see his knees on the top, right below the top of the boat.
Wow.
So, yeah, he's and I don't know. I'm sure you've walked through water before. It seems so graceful, if I can say that, when he walked. I don't know no other word to put it, because there wasn't no. He just walked like it wasn't water.
Right.
He
Just
turned
gliding.
around, looked at me, and took a deep breath, and took back around and just walked straight across the swamp. You know,
Wow.
like the water wasn't nothing. It wasn't stopping him whatsoever. I'm telling you. Now, I don't know if he was there already before when we got there, or, I didn't smell him. Usually you can smell him, but I've been following him over 40 years. And my conclusion with the smell sense, everybody says it's an alpha male out. In my opinion, there's no alpha, nothing. There's a male and a female. And every time I've seen juveniles, I've smelt that smell. To me, that's a female putting up a deterrent scent to lure you away from the juveniles. That's what I believe. Of course, everybody has their own opinion about it, But
yeah, well, it's a possibility, isn't it? Anything's possible with these things. It's a good, a good idea.
I got people right now. Where I'm at now, I'm on a dead end road. I have 3,000 acres across the street from me right now, probably 70 yards. I got a small group over here. I don't tell nobody about them. Everybody thinks I'm crazy. So I just, I don't want no government people. I don't know what people with trucks and vans pulling up in here and all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's fair enough, isn't it? You don't want that attention, but it's just a shame you don't have anywhere to talk about it, or to be listened to.
I've talked to Mr. Larry before. He was the first one to actually talk to about him, and he brought me out of my shell. Thank you, Larry.
Oh, well, you're welcome. I didn't realize.
Yes, sir. Yeah. But I'm following 5 counties in this state by myself. I don't take people with me because I've been doing it so long, and I believe they sense me. I took somebody with me one time, which was a bad mistake about 4 years ago, and we got about 1.5 miles in, and we heard such a ruckus. It sounded like 2 bulldozers fighting. In trees. That's what it sounded like.
Wow.
And we got back to his truck, and it was filled full of tree limbs. I'm talking about 8-10 inch round tree limbs, 15 feet long, shoved through the windshield, shoved through the door glass.
That's a message, isn't there? Some sort of message there.
Yeah, I broke their trust. That's what that meant. You don't break their trust. If they finally get used to you, it's like a dog or anything else. I mean, when they finally get used to you, they used to you. Now you bring somebody new in. Well, hey, what's going on here?
Yeah. You're they're pushing the boundaries.
Absolutely.
And quite a warning, that, isn't it? I mean, that's saying don't bring those back here. So I mean, you hear it, don't you? But it's like once you know, they know, and you seem to encounter these things more. Do you find like you've had quite a few encounters? Why do you think that is?
I really don't know. It seems like they follow me. If they I know it's not the same ones, of course, but it seems like wherever I go, they're there. That's the best way. I really don't know. It's I'm grateful. Trust me. If you see one in your lifetime, you are blessed. Trust me. And I've seen multiple. I mean, I've seen 3 within 10 feet of me. I've had hands-on experiences with one. I've probably seen 10 or more at 100-yard radius. but I don't take guns. I don't take no weapons. I don't. You don't do deodorant. I bathe in lava soap, which we call it sand soap. Day before I go, I don't. And I just have certain traits and certain things I do, and I'm blessed that they recognize me because I've been flanked with rocks. I've been flanked with trees 6 feet long. I mean, but I go back to let them know, hey, I mean you no harm. I don't feed them. I don't think you're supposed to feed them at all because
No.
they're wild. I don't call them creatures. They're not animals. They're beings. I call them beings. They like a human being, but in a different form.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they're flesh and blood, just like we are, and they just in a different. That's why I call them beings. Of course, Anyway,
Oh, yeah. I get what you mean. Well, look, let's get into seeing. Let's get into the drawing and seeing what you saw that night, and we can talk a bit more about your encounter and other details that you might remember. But
oh, I
that's
remember them. Yeah,
I'm sure
yeah.
you do. But that's quite close, isn't it, to have one near you?
Yeah. They used to leave me. I got they used to sleep at the back of my house sometimes. 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. That's juveniles. I found footprints here. I've got pictures of them across the street peeking around trees at me, whooping. I got voice recordings of them. I mean, yeah, it's just juveniles wanting to play. Till you hear the roar. When you hear that big roar, you need to go inside because everything stops in.
Well, I was going to say, there's must be times when they're not playing. They're not just curious. They're kind of like making it known.
You can sense it. I mean, I can sense it. I don't know if you call it mind speak. Some people believe in that. Some people don't. I just get this real strong sense that I need to go. And usually, usually I'm right. I got to go.
Well, using your instinct as well, listening to your gut. That message.
Your instinct don't lie to you. That's one thing in your life that won't ever lie to you is your instinct.
Exactly. So a lot of people have lost how to use that, or at least how to rely on it rather than
I rely on it heavily. I've lost a lot of people in my life. I've lost a lot of relationships. I've lost a lot of stuff because of what I believe in, and what I'm trying to protect. And if that's what it takes, that's what it takes.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been doing it so long. I'm not going to change because, they don't depend on me, and they don't need me, but they know I mean them no harm. I mean, I know they're there and they know I'm there.
Yeah, and you don't want to bring any trouble to their doorstep, do you?
No, whatsoever.
Before I want to tell everybody that before you watch the show, take a Dramamine because it might help.
Yes. Sorry, Ruger. Ruger got.
There's a whole bunch of them.
There's a load of them. Oh man! What a mess. Thank God they're not all in the same room.
I hope you got a waste paper basket close by too.
Right. Okay. Let's move on from that. I can't. Got a bit of a sensitive when it comes to stuff like that. So Larry will guide you, Earl, through this, and we'll just start, one step at a time, and it'll be interesting to see how this thing comes together.
Oh, I can't wait! I've been waiting a long time for Mr. Larry to draw one for me.
Oh, good.
You've watched the show before, haven't you, Earl?
Yes, sir. All the time, every week.
Oh, good. That's what we like. So I know I looked over his shoulder at you. We're going to try to do it head on, and I think he saw enough of it. We can do that.
Okay.
What was the shape of the top of his head?
It was like
was it round or?
No, it wasn't round. It was you could see from the forehead up, and it just started going up from there toward the back.
Okay. Did it have any kind of a crest or anything, or?
Well, I really couldn't tell, but you could
Okay.
tell, you could see it. It wasn't a cone or anything, but
Okay.
you could see about halfway back, it was going straight up. I mean, it was, you know,
Okay.
but he was looking over his, you know, it. He was looking over his left shoulder when he stopped and turned and looked. I seen his left shoulder and his chest and his eyes. I mean, I could see them all, but his
Mhm.
face. I mean, he looks like a man. I mean, they look like a man, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
but different, you know.
Mm.
All right. Well, we're gonna try. We're gonna do our best.
We'll try and do it face on, even though, you know, like you said, it was over his shoulder, but
Yeah,
we can we'll try and do our best. Well, Larry will.
Okay, that's the top of the head. Is that close to what do you think it would be? Can you see it?
no, sir.
Might be need to do it just a little bit darker, Larry. That's better.
How's that, Earl?
Okay, that's the top, but from your left going up, it
Yeah.
started going up a little bit.
So was it slanting back, do you mean? Or
It looked when it stopped, okay, where Larry's thumb is on the paper on the left side,
mm-hmm.
his chest was just about facing at the corner up there, and he turned across the left shoulder almost. It twisted his body when it looked at me.
Okay.
You can see the complete left side and the head and his facial, you know.
Or is that even close to what you think the top of his head
Yes,
would look like?
yes, sir. Yeah, that's close. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Let's go with it for now, because I mean we can always
Yeah. Okay.
change.
I'm going to start from the very top, and I'm going to move this pencil down real slow. And you tell me where to stop, where you think that it had a brow ridge, I assume. Did it have a brow ridge, Earl? Earl?
I'm listening. You're breaking up.
Oh, did it have a brow ridge?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to start from the very top with my pencil. I'm going to go down real slow, and you tell me where you think I should stop for it. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, here I go.
Stop. Stop right there.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to move my microphone too. So,
Yeah, that works better.
is that better?
Yeah, much better.
Oh, okay.
Much better.
All right. Did it look like it was a thick brow ridge?
It was wide. It was real thick, but it was wide.
Wide. Okay. Was it, did it look like it was straight across, or did it have a curve to it, or?
Yeah, it looked pretty much straight almost.
Okay.
But the eyes was wide apart.
Oh, okay. All right. Let me get this in here first. Okay. All right. How's that?
That's pretty good. That's pretty close, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to move my pencil down real slow, and you tell me where to stop for the bottom of his brow ridge.
I don't know if he's there, Earl.
We done lost communication. So. Yeah, I'm
Hey.
here. It's skipping in and out on me.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to start from the top of this brow ridge and move down so we can figure out how thick it was for here. Close?
Okay, stop.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the thickness of the brow ridge.
That it was a little bit, maybe a little bit up from there. It wasn't quite that thick.
Okay.
I'm losing signal. That's why I keep going in and out. I'm
Yeah.
moving again. Make sure it's not me.
Okay. Yeah, I think it'll have to be at your end, I would think.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I live out in the middle of nowhere on a dead end road, so
It's fair enough. Fair enough.
Across from a Bigfoot reserve.
Yeah.
No. Okay, can you hear me good now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna move my pencil down. You tell me on the bottom of this brow ridge.
All right, stop.
Okay.
Oh, we're losing you there.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, you're breaking up a lot, Earl, wherever you are now. No.
Hello.
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 There we go.
I'm here. I'm here.
Okay,
Okay.
great.
Now
Great.
you said his eyes were far apart, and were they large?
No, they wasn't large. It was more like they squinted like he was mad.
Oh, okay. Like in this vicinity.
Yep. Yep, right there. Yep. There you go.
And if it doesn't look right to you, Earl, always tell Larry. It's not a problem.
Oh, I will. Yeah.
To rub it out, and you know.
He's a squinting there. Is that good?
Yeah, it's like squinting like he's really mad, like you run over his foot with a buggy or something. You know.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I
Yeah.
was thinking when I drew this. So that's about the right for him squinting size.
A little bit bigger, bigger, because you can see his eyes. You know.
All right. So it's more scowling.
Right. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
How's that look?
Looks good. That's it.
Was his eye black?
Yeah, it was black.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't see no yellow or nothing. It was black.
Okay.
No white of the eye then.
No. I've never seen the white in their eyes.
No.
All right, I'm gonna do the other eye over here. How's that look?
That looks great, Mr. Larry.
Oh, good. I like Earl a lot. He's one of my best people I've talked to as far as eyewitnesses. I have to tell him, everybody. First time I had a conversation with him, I thought, oh, I've hit a gold mine again.
Oh, God. Thank you for the compliment.
You're welcome. It's true. All right. What about the nose?
It was wide, but it wasn't pointy. It was like flat.
Flat. Okay. Was it wide? Like this wide?
Yeah. It was about that wide.
Okay. Was it long?
No.
Okay. Let me go from between his
It
eyes
looked
here.
more like a gorilla nose, kind of. You know, wide at the bottom but flat. It wasn't pointed at all.
Okay. Is that long enough?
Yep.
I've got the ESPN in tonight, boy.
Oh my God. Yep.
How long ago was this?
This was probably 30 years ago, 25 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've seen them since then, but this one is the one I guess it just scared me so much, you know?
Yeah.
Because me and my sister seen one when we was kids. We was about 7, 8, maybe 10 at my grandparents' farm that I still own. And we seen one there. Of course, we didn't know what it was, and it killed a Brahma bull that was charging us. But that's another story.
Oh, God. All right. Cheeks, were they pronounced or?
the side of them, you could see the form in it, just like a high cheekbone, but you can see the form in it on the sides coming down.
Okay. Something like that.
No, it went a little
Straight?
bit. Yeah, it was a little more straight and a little more diagonal going down.
Like that?
Like that, yeah. Yeah.
I do. I got the ESPN tonight. All right.
I'm sorry.
I said I've got the ESPN tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh.
Oh.
God.
I heard that.
I know. I apologize to all the youngsters.
I just can't help it, can you, sometimes?
How's that?
That's perfect.
Oh, good. Okay. Now his mouth. How would you describe his mouth?
He had real thin lips.
Okay. Was it wide?
Was it?
Yeah, it was kind of wide, but it was. I mean, it wasn't big, but it was wide, but the lips was thin.
Okay. How far down from the nose? I'm gonna move my pencil again, and you tell me where to stop. You tell me where to stop. Where's lip again? Okay. God, sometimes.
Yeah.
All right, right there.
Did it show its teeth at all? Did you see its teeth?
I didn't see no teeth. No.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm looking at him. I'm staring at him when he's looking at me, shrugged down over his left shoulder with his brow ridge. You can tell he's mad. You know.
Oh, we'll make him.
He wasn't happy.
Okay. Is that mouth wide enough?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about his chin. What did the chin look like?
It was, well, when he turned, it was kind of ducked down. It was like a short, stubby chin.
Okay. Am I close?
Yes, sir. You're close.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. How's that?
That's pretty close right there.
All right.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
So if you could get closer, what would it be?
Right below, right at the middle of the chin.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of went down just a little bit. Just a little bit. There you go. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. And this is just shoot right up that way and we'd be right?
That's right. Yeah. Yep. He had small ears. His ears wasn't very big at all. They was small.
Do you think you could see him dead on?
Sir?
I mean, from this view, do you think you could see the ears?
Oh, I seen the ear. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I guess this is a little bit harder for him to do it face on, you know. So
yeah, I understand.
There's a little bit of that.
Okay, so his ears are small. That would mean this vicinity.
A little bit lower. Right there.
What would
right
you
there.
describe? Okay, what would you describe as the shape of his ears? Were they like ours, or?
Yeah, it's like it looked like ours. They just small ears. They wasn't real big or pointed or anything.
Like that.
That was a little bigger than that, but yeah, that's about the size. A little wider. That's it. Yes, sir. That's it.
Cool. Damn it.
Yep.
There's what I get for being cocky.
And did it have quite a lot of hair?
Oh yeah, it had hair. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's get this project rolling here. I'll start the eyes.
Dang, Mr. Larry, you need to work for the forensic police department.
Well, thank you.
Richard says, Daniela, when are you guys going to make a calendar of all these drawings? We're working on it. We're working on some things, but oh, let me get them. In the meantime, you need to check out these prints that Larry has got done. They're on really good quality paper. I like that one. And this one is a real favorite.
Yeah, my dog don't like that one.
No. If you're interested in any of those prints, Larry's email address is up there now, and I'll put it in the description. If you want to make a donation to Larry's wildlife, his animals that he's got, get something for it and buy a print, or a
Absolutely.
Where are they? Bigfoot mug.
Yep.
Bigfoot mug. They're all unique, all handmade. And you're doing some magnets as well, aren't you? Little fridge magnets.
Yes, we are. Now, let me show you.
Which are cute as well. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. That's great.
That's a fridge magnet.
Brilliant.
Still in development.
Well, contact Larry. Those magnets are cute. I mean, for a Bigfoot, it's pretty cute.
Well, I feel honored because I'm a part of Earl's Bigfoot wall.
You are. More than one way, sir.
Big Racer close all my blinds at night. Don't blame you. You don't want those things peeking in. Just never know. Kevin, just try him again. I'm pretty sure he might have just overlooked that. And Larry, check out. Look for Kevin Parker's email about getting a mug.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You might have just overlooked it.
Yeah. I remember doing. I don't know what I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you what I did yesterday. I couldn't tell you what I did 10 minutes ago. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm drawing Bigfoot with Earl.
So has it put you off? I mean, obviously not. You're still going out. You're not worried about these things.
Well, I got in a little accident. I'm just now healing up where I can go, but I still went out the other day. No, I'm not really worried about them. If they wanted to hurt you, they would hurt you. I mean, it's just that don't bother me. I mean, I'm just privileged enough to see what I've seen in these years. They allow me to see them.
Yeah.
If they don't want you to see them, you won't ever see one.
I wonder if it's once you've seen one, you can see them more easily.
You know, I thought about that. I said, it's got to be a connection somewhere because, you know.
Well, it's possible you've walked past these things and wouldn't have even known.
Oh, absolutely.
Just in plain sight. But once you've seen one, maybe there's something that just sticks out because you know what you're looking at or for.
Right. You do.
I mean, it's just you know.
My grandparents was Indians, party Indians, and they got well, I own it now. They got they had a farm up in North Mississippi with about 3,000, almost 4,000 acres, 3,900 something, and they was there before. You know, when we was kids, we didn't know what it was. You know, and my grandfather was very, very strict man. He if you could read eye language, that's all you needed to know about him.
Okay, yeah.
And he grew watermelons, 2 rows of watermelons. He grew a row of cantaloupes, and he grew apples for him behind his barn.
Right.
And, that we found out later on, you know, that what that was. And anyway, that's he grew that for them because there's a tree line as far as you could see, and of course the natives, you know, the natives take care of them, they take care of you, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And he never crossed the tree line. They never messed with him, but they knew all them years that they was there and never told one person, you know. Because you know back in the old days, you know, old people didn't talk about nothing. They don't know nothing. They ain't gonna tell you nothing, you know.
They had some sort of understanding, didn't they?
Oh yeah, he had a real good understanding of them. Yeah, it was amazing. If I knew now what, you know, when I was that age, if I know what I know now, I'd be living there, you know.
Yeah.
But I still own the property. The whole house is gone, and the barn done fell down, but the tree's still there, and the old raggedy barbed wire fence that my sister cut her little legs on still there. But yeah.
Well, you never know, do you? You just never know.
No, you never know. You know, I got
yeah.
Well, I've told people on here before that, you know, when you see how fast they can move, you realize at that moment there is no way, if they really wanted to do that, they could not have you.
Exactly. I've seen. I know it had to have been 8 or 10 foot. He ran probably 60 yards in like 5 seconds. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Wow.
I mean, you know, unbelievable. No.
A couple of people have asked in the chat if you've got a YouTube channel. I don't think you have, though, have you?
I don't have a YouTube channel. I have a channel on Facebook.
Okay.
I do my own show. It's called The Beings of Mississippi.
Okay, let me find the link for that.
It's a small group. I probably got 100-something followers. Thank you, Mr. Larry. You made my day.
Oh, how did I do that?
You joined my group, sir.
Oh, yeah. You're welcome. You got to know.
What I do with my group is live. I encourage everybody on my group to do live video. I don't post nothing that's blurry or got red circles in it or stuff like that. I just don't do that, you know.
Oh, any color circle, just no circles at all. All right, now I'm gonna post the link to Earl'S group in the chat now. So yeah. This group I created after years of following my forest friends. No pics for circles of blurs. It will be live videos if it happens. No BS.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what we want. No BS. I mean,
right. It's live. If something happens to me, call the police or something. I mean, you know where I'm at. Well, you don't know where I'm at, but you know, you see what happened to me. That's the way it ought to be. It's no film. There ain't nothing like that. You know, it's live.
Everyone go and go and join that group and look after Earl.
I'm just trying to get it going. You know.
Yeah, why not?
That's what everybody keeps telling me. I'm like, well, okay, it's just me. I mean, I'm you know.
Well, that's my Bigfoot thing. It's just me on Friday night. So
Yeah, but we love you, Larry.
oh,
We do.
I wish I could be famous like you and Miss Cheryl one day.
oh Jesus.
You never know.
Y'all do incredible work, sir. Incredible work.
So how those eyes look?
They look black.
Okay.
They look good, Mr. Larry. They look good. I'm just joking with you.
Yeah, I know. Were the nostril shapes fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And it's a good place for your group, isn't it, to talk about it or at least share what you've been going through.
Well, yeah, I don't really share to my group. Most people that know me, that's on my group, they know, but a lot of them don't. You know, it's just you don't tell people certain things. I mean, I don't just let anybody join. You know, like the YouTube armchair people. I decline them. I mean, I can watch videos all day long too. I mean that but
yeah.
I mean I had something very serious happen to me, and years ago. I'm lucky to be alive. You know, my brother didn't make it, but so I look for them. I don't hunt them. I follow them for a different reason than anybody else does. I'm not doing it. I don't try and be rich. I don't want to be rich. These are my friends. I mean, these are my beings, and they've accepted me, and so let the journey start from the rabbit hole, because it's never ending.
What do you think your journey is going to be? I mean,
it's it's something new. I mean, you can't predict it. You can't predict them.
No. But do you think you're going to be able to study these things and understand them? Do you feel like you've got that kind of connection with them?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Well, because I'm part Indian too, so I think that might have something to do with it. I'm not real sure, but they can sense. I've had bluff charges at me. I mean, I've had them knock down trees 15, 20 feet tall, running at me through the woods, and I never moved. One reason because I'm too damn scared to run, and the second reason is they got there and they stopped. I mean, if they, like Larry said, if they want you, man, nobody understands how quick these beings are, man. They are just ungodly quick, and they can disappear in a moment's notice. I mean,
Yeah.
But yeah, I believe they allow me to do what I do. I believe that. I don't take nobody with me. Like I said, I don't take no firearms. I take a pistol with me just for snakes and stuff. But when I get where I'm going, I lay it down. I'll go back and get it when I'm on my way out. Because a pistol or a rifle, that ain't gonna stop one of these things. And there's always more than one. If you see one, there's 5 or 6 more around you. They have day watchers. They got them laying down like a Spider-Man at night, crawling on the ground. I mean, you just wouldn't believe. Most people don't know that.
I guess as well that if they can pick up on intent, then they know you're not trying to harm them in any way.
Right.
Not that you probably could, or maybe one. Then what about the rest of them? Like you say, they move so quick.
Yeah, I mean, and there's always more than one. That's what nobody understands. Oh, I seen one. No, you got 5 of them staring at you behind your back. You just don't know. Yeah, they're amazing beings. I'm telling you, they're amazing. It's just, and the land developers are forcing their hand out. That's why you get more and more sightings, from credible people. I I've noticed a lot in 2 different counties because they're building subdivisions. I mean, they taking their home just like they did the Indians. You're forcing their hand out. I mean, where they gonna go? That's their home. You know, they're gonna come out. They're gonna be angry. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, anything that can survive for hundreds of years in the woods, you know, with nothing, absolutely nothing, and still multiply and still be here and still survive off the land.
That's something,
That's my
isn't
friend.
it?
That's my best friend, you know. And I mean, and they here. I mean, no doubt about it.
So I know this one gave you nightmares. How'd you get over that or through that to still want to go out to find these things?
Well, I try not to think about it. I was fishing one day, years later, and I smelled this smell, and I seen a little one just jump up. And the first time I seen it after that, I thought it was like a little monkey or something, because, you know, and I'm like, so I dropped my stuff and ran after it, and then that's when I seen the other one. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. And it just kind of, I don't know, I guess it just kind of brought me out of what I was in and detoured me to something else, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know?
It's you know, I keep saying it every week, but you know, it's just so hard to believe these things are walking around.
It's hard to believe. It's hard to believe when you're sitting in the living room at night watching TV. They staring at you through your window too.
Yeah.
You know? I mean,
but I mean, you know, what I'm saying is, it's hard to believe these things are walking around, and then, you know, we don't know about it. We're not, you know, being told about it.
They're so elusive. I mean, they're elusive for a reason, because they're smart. They're very, very intelligent. I mean, you have to be if you want them. I mean, you know?
Yeah.
Well, they can tell when you're walking through the woods what you're up to.
Yeah. You're right.
Because if you're like lurking through the woods, you know, trying to be sneaky, you're not going to be sneaky with these.
No.
You know?
They can smell you better than a deer can.
Oh, yeah. And that's just it. You're not gonna, and the wearing camouflage. I still, you know,
that's a waste of time.
It is a waste.
You might as well wear a pink shirt and pink pants. I mean, that camouflage ain't gonna deter them. I mean, they already know. They know you there before you even get to where you're going. You know.
Yeah.
Wow.
How am I doing?
You're doing great.
Good.
Starting to come together. So, what about what else have you seen? Kind of, what do you think about structures and glyphs? Have you seen anything like that?
Oh, absolutely. I got structures across from here. I got structures in different counties. Hundreds and hundreds of pictures. I mean, yeah, it's a some of the structures you see is territorial. It's not, you know, most people say it's markers. It's not a marker. It's territorial. Not the X's. That ain't what everybody talks about, the damn X's. It's not the X's. It's I followed a trail about 70 miles from here in another county up in the Delta. And I know they're there for a fact, because I got 9 staples in my head from a rock from them there. And
all right,
they had a cane field that you got to walk down through right before you get to the edge of the river, and you cut over a creek. And all the canes was broke about 7 feet high, every one of them, about every 10 feet. They would just snap down.
Right.
And I kept looking at it, and I started following it. And that's a marker for the juveniles not to cross, because when I followed it, it went all the way across the creek. It went behind, all the way down where the riverbed was, and come back up behind me and made a complete circle. like 100-yard circle, and all the limbs was pointing in the same direction.
Right.
All the breaks,
Yeah, yeah.
So I believe that's for the juveniles not to cross.
Okay. Yeah.
Now if you see the tridents, the threes, the 3 trees, I get them over here a lot. That's a mailbox for them. That's that's what do you call it? That's a communication spot, you might say.
So you find other glyphs around there.
Oh yeah, I've got pictures of them around here all the time.
Right.
There's a new one I just took a picture of yesterday, and an X right in front of my tree line, about 20 yards down across from my house. So they back there busy. They doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Because they back. They follow the seasons. The season has changed. They're back. I'm glad they back.
So how long were they gone for?
Probably 5 months.
Where do you think they go to?
They follow the seasons. I mean,
Okay.
but there's a river back here behind me that runs all the way through this state and a bunch more states and counties, and they got a bunch of creeks and sloughs, and that's what they follow. I found footprints back up in there, 16, 17 inches long. It's amazing what you find in your backyard, or should I say my front yard,
Yeah.
If people know what they're actually looking for, they would be totally amazed if they know what they're looking for, They just go tramping through the leaves and the sticks and, I mean, people like that shouldn't be out there looking for them. The first thing they're going to do is get hurt.
Well, that's it, isn't it? Is it worth trying to see one of these things? Just for so many different reasons,
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, everybody has their own theory, but mine is totally different from anybody I've ever met but one person, because he was pretty near death too. So he's had hands-on experience with them like I have, and so he knows what you call it, cardinal rules. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if they wanted to kill you, they just rip you in half. I mean, I got a buddy of mine, and I don't know if you know a lot of other people that follow this subject. I got a lot of researchers and top name people that follow me and I talk to, and I've sent them pictures. He had a dog, a Rottweiler, and he had another little dog, and whatever this was, ripped it in half.
Okay.
Yeah, and did the same thing to his donkey on his property.
Right.
And so I go back up there about every 3 months. I'll go, and well, he didn't stay there long. He left. He moved. He didn't want nothing to do with that. It scared him so bad.
Yeah, that's not a good sign, is it? I mean,
well,
how's those lips?
That looks good, Mr. Larry.
Okay, was there hair here?
No, sir. It didn't have no hair on the face, on the cheeks or nothing, but on the side.
Okay.
Between, like a beard, kind of.
Okay.
There wasn't nothing below his eyes or his nose.
Okay. Except skin.
Yeah, you can see the dark wrinkles below his eyes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
so what was its body like? Was it lean, muscly, or a bit of weight to it, or what do you?
It was well, judging the distance from the knees, top of the boat, it was probably 12 feet, and it wasn't skinny. It was wider than the boat. Let me put it to you that way. It was a 16-foot boat. It was wider than that boat.
Wow.
And when it turned around, And while, of course, the moon was out in the swamp. It looked like he was wearing shoulder pads, like a football player. That's how just huge, man, just
Yeah.
huge. And his hands was in the water. He kept picking his hands up. His hands was in the water when he was walking, splashing the water.
Do you think there was another one around?
Oh, Lord, I hope not. I mean,
well, you
but,
say that these things are elusive, but they show themselves to people, don't they? There's times when obviously they're making a choice to show themselves.
exactly. Yeah, they'll make a choice.
Yeah.
If they want you to see them, you'll see one. I mean, they don't just hide behind trees and you go out there with your 22 rifle and look for one and go, oh, look, I found a Bigfoot. It don't work that way. I mean, if that's what people don't understand. If they want you to see them, if they can sense you like a dog or a bear. I mean, if you come at them angry or with an intent, they know that. They know this already because they already know you're there. That's why they watch you all the time. And they know what a gun is. Trust me, they know exactly what a weapon is.
Well, I mean, they get to observe us more than we can them.
Exactly.
They've seen what happens when those guns go off.
Yep.
They're hunting. Watching us, not us, but you guys hunt.
I don't hunt. I don't hunt it. I used to deer hunt, but I don't hunt no more. It's been years and years I've hunt. I don't hunt. I don't know what happened to me. I try and preserve nature rather than ruin it. I think everybody needs to do that. Because nature is the animals. They tell their own story in this world. If it wasn't for them and the ecosystem, who knows what would be right now?
Yeah, it's a good point. Do you think it's since your Bigfoot encounters you've become more, aware of beings? I guess
Absolutely. I'm very humble to them. I mean, I'm scared. I'm not scared of them, but I fear them. But I mean, I'm very humble. I mean, they even if I have a couple that know me. They really know me, know who I am. They know my truck, and they leave me stuff on my truck when I don't find them and stuff like that. But I mean, you got to look at it like a dog. A dog is your best friend, and you make him mad, then he'll bite the crap out of it. I mean, that's about the same way with them. I mean, if they got the wrong intent, if they got the wrong feeling intent from you, they'll harm you. I mean,
Yeah.
Well, like I've said, I mean, they share the forest during the day, they own it at night.
Absolutely. That's their home at night. When the lights go out, you need to go shut the door, leave. Yep.
Well, the lumberjacks out west, that's what they do. Once the sun or sunset and it's getting dark, they're out of the woods.
I've heard that before. That is true, huh?
Yeah.
I've heard that before.
Probably from me.
Probably. But I have heard it. Yeah.
Well, I still say one of the greatest, one of the really good reports I ever got was from a guy in Washington. And he was down at a friend's house, and he lived all just down the road. And they were all where the Sasquatch is in the forest, so they were down at his house just talking. And the guy had this big Rottweiler. And all of a sudden, they could hear something moving in the woods, and all of a sudden, the Rottweiler just started growling. So, these guys are looking at each other. Well, we know what that is. And then all of a sudden, out of the woods, they hear Mowgli, Mowgli. And that was the name of that dog. They said that they were trying to call that dog into the woods.
Wow.
That's scary, isn't it?
It didn't go. It
No.
knew better.
That's frightening, isn't it? To think though they can mimic like that, and
they pay attention.
They can mimic so many different animals in the forest. It's amazing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Especially owls. Owls is their favorite communication sound.
Yeah.
You know, and it's fair to say that nobody, you know, unless you've studied animals, nobody knows all the different calls of each creature unless you really know it, you know, have studied them. So it's hard to even know what it is that's making that noise, even if they're mimicking something.
Yeah. I've got a recording one night. When I sit outside here, I sit outside in the dark, and I kept hearing something all afternoon, all evening when it was dust dark. I'm like, well, I sat on my front porch. I said, well, I'm gonna try something, and I had my phone with me, and I turned the recorder on it, and I turned it upside down. Wouldn't be no light, and they can sense anything digital. I mean, you know, camcorders, whatever. But anyway, I was sitting there, and there was a flock of owls. It wasn't 5 minutes. It sounded like it was 50 owls in the woods fighting and arguing with each other, you know. And then that lasted for probably 3 or 4 minutes, and it got totally quiet, totally. And then I heard, well, I really don't know. It sounded like gibberish. It was like if you play a cassette tape and you push it on fast forward, you know, that's what it sounded like. And that went on for about 2 minutes, and it stopped. Everything stopped. So I still have that on recording. I know they was communicating, you know.
Yeah.
It sounds like kung fu.
Yeah, exactly. Just like a song on fast forward. You can't understand it, but you can hear it. Yeah. You know. Exactly.
Well, fur here? Was there any hair here?
No, sir.
Okay.
No.
My short-term memory isn't good, so.
You're doing fine, sir.
You're doing really good. It does look very human, this one, doesn't it?
Yes. Everybody, you know, I've been through a lot of meetings and conferences with them, and I'm usually the one that don't talk. I let everybody else act stupid when they speak, because you can tell when they know something and they watch it on TV, you know?
Yeah.
And one fella asked me, well, how come you ain't talking to her? You want to get up there and talk? I'm like, why waste my breath, bro? I mean, there ain't one. I can guarantee you there ain't one person here been through what I've been through with them, you know? And most of them are TV recordings, or, you know, want to record them on sound or infrared. I'm just not into that, you know. Yeah. And then it's just amazing, man. It's amazing, you know, how people they trade a lot of stuff in this world for money, and that's just wrong, you know.
You're right. Yeah. Yeah. This, unfortunately, money is more important than, you know, things that matter.
Exactly. You nailed that. Exactly. It matters. I mean,
the stuff that you can't buy is what matters.
I was talking to Todd Standing one time. This was last year, I believe it was, or it was last year, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted me to come to Canada. He sent me a contract to come to Canada, and I'm like, I believe I talked to Larry about it, and I said no. I said, man, we got them right here in the South. He said, not no Sasquatches. I'm like, I tell you what, come down here and, you know, you'll get proved wrong. And anyway, I turned that trip down because I'm not going to say nothing about the man, but I just turned it down. And I mean, I got more going on here. I don't need to go halfway around the world to find another one. You know, I mean, just because of snow and this, you know, they planted. But anyway, he come down, I believe it was Alabama or Georgia. He come down here and did a show on them in the South. and you know, 'cause that's not far from me at all, a few hundred miles. And he said he went to a water park down there. They finally took him to that water park, and he said on the end of his broadcast, he said, "Well, I must admit, they do exist in the South, and they are here." You know, I'm like, "Yep, see, told you." You know, I mean, yeah. Told you they is, buddy. You know, they had a sighting in this town in Mississippi about 60 miles from me not too long ago, and they put it on the news and the base map sequence. A woman would turn into a driveway to go to a flea market, and that county is nothing but woods, of course, you know, and she seen one run right in front of her SUV and stop, stare at her, run through the woods, and they blocked that area off for, oh Lord, 3 or 4 weeks.
Right.
You know, they had helicopters out there and dogs, and I'm sitting at home watching this on the news, going, okay, y'all need to hurry up, move, so I can go out there and look for it. You know,
Yeah,
I mean, y'all just running them off, man. You know, y'all just scaring them off. You know.
There's definitely something going on, isn't there? Some sort of cover up, or I don't know. I mean, I don't want to go down that conspiracy route, but there's something going on, and
Oh, there's been something going on for years.
for a long time.
You know. Yep. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Nobody knows about. Yep. That's like Mount St. Helens when it caught on fire. You know, I mean, come on, this, you know, that was hush hush from the get go. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
How's that ear look?
What am I? Looks good, Mr. Larry. Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna do the other ear, then we're gonna go on this hair. We'll go on the hair.
Cool. Yeah, very human looking, this one.
Oh, absolutely.
So, do you know of any other people who've had sightings in that area?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I got a real good friend of mine that of course he thinks I'm crazy, and he lives about 30 miles from here, and he's got about I don't know, about 60 acres on his property. And he called me one day. He was deer hunting at a tree stand, one of them old man deer stands, you know, the old metal stands. And he called me and he said, "Man, you ain't gonna believe this, Earl." I'm like, "What?" He said, "Man, I need you to come over here and get my deer stand for me." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He said, "Just come to my house, man." And I went over there. And now this boy is country born and raised. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
he's hunted and fished since he was in diapers. There, you know, he's like me. He ain't scared of nothing in the woods, you know. And I went over there and got him. I put him in the truck. I said, we went back to the edge of his old skidder trail back up in there. I said, at the end of his property, I said, "Where's your stand at?" He said, "Right there, right back up in there, about 50 yards. I said, "Come on, show me where it's at." He said, I ain't getting that truck, bro. Go get it for me." I'm like, "What?" He didn't tell me nothing, you know. I'm like, "Oh," I thought he was messing with me, you know.
Yeah.
I walked back up in there and got it. He said, "Man, you ain't gonna believe this, Earl. I got to tell you something before you go back there." He said, "Something grabbed my leg, man." I'm like,
Oh.
He said, "Something grabbed my leg while I was in the deer stand." And the first thing I asked him, I said, "Man, you wasn't drinking, was you?" He said, "No, I wasn't drinking." He said, "I swear to God, something grabbed my leg, man. I dropped my rifle." He said, I jumped and looked down and I didn't see nothing. I'm like, "You didn't hear nothing?" He said, "I didn't hear shit." I said, "But I'm telling you, something grabbed my leg, man." And it scared him so bad. I mean, he just took off to the house, you know. And I went down there and found a tree stand. And the bottom of the tree stand, it looked like it was wrapped around that tree like a pretzel. I like to never got it off the tree. And I found his gun, and I got the gun and the tree stand and brought it back. I said, "Man, what happened?" He said, "I'm telling you, Earl, something grabbed my leg, you know." And I looked at that tree stand now, and the tree stand was 10 feet in the air on the tree. So whatever grabbed it had to have been 12 feet. Had to have been.
Oh my
And
God.
it wrapped it around that tree. The only thing holding on was a chain, the safety chain holding on. I mean, it bent that stand in half around that tree. And he quit hunting. He quit going in the woods. I mean, right then. Matter of fact, he sold every gun he had. I bought 2 of his best guns he ever had. I still got them. I bought 2 of them. He sold everything else. He will not, to this day, go in the woods.
It's such a shame, isn't it? That pleasure is just it's gone like that in a second. You know,
it scared him that bad. I mean, I said, "Come on, man, ride with me." He said, "Nope, I ain't riding with you nowhere. I ain't going. I know how you are. I ain't going. I don't want to go." You know, well, you got to face your fear sometime, bro. He said, "I have no fear. I have common sense. I'm not going back." That's all he told me. I was like, "Okay, you know."
Remind me about his beard again.
Sir?
Remind me about his beard again.
Okay, right below his ears, right about halfway with his ears down, it was like shaggy hair coming down.
Okay.
How long do you think?
Oh, it was probably, I'd probably say 3 or 4 inches.
Okay. And it was like one of his chin and all that too.
Yes, sir. Yeah, all the way down. He had the same on his head. You know, it wasn't bushy, but the body hair was long, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Right. It's just amazing the difference, all these different, you know, of all these encounters. Well, it's not amazing when you think that we all look different, and so why wouldn't these all look different? And
Right.
they do, you know.
Well, it's different, but still the same, you know?
Yeah. They're the same kind of look, but, you know, just different features like we have.
Right. Right.
So what colour hair do you think? I'm sorry if you said already, but what colour hair?
It was black.
It was black, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That black.
Yeah. If it was red or blondish yellow like the last one, you would have seen it in the moonlight. It was black. I mean, it was black and mad. You know. So I'm taking it that was the male. You know. I mean, I'm not saying females don't get that big, but I didn't see nothing on his chest. I didn't see no.
Yeah. Well, that's your impression. It was a male.
Oh, it was definitely a male.
Is that hair long enough? Should be a little longer.
A little bit longer, Mr. Larry.
Okay.
It's coming together now.
Oh, wow. That is amazing.
It is. I mean, each one of these drawings have a character, you know, the eyes especially.
Oh, yeah, it's the eyes. You know, it's the eyes. Wow.
Okay, I'm going to go on the top of the head here.
So it was shorter on the top, did you say, but longer on the body?
Right. It's about the same on the beard as it was on the head, but the body hair was long. What I seen of it was long. You know, you can make out the muscle mass, but you can still see the hair.
So you're originally from Mississippi, yeah?
No, I was born in Florida, but I was raised in Louisiana for 25 years, and I've been here for 30.
Yeah, I wanted to say Louisiana because you sound like someone else I know. The way you say right, exactly
Yeah.
like he says it, and he's in Louisiana. And I
Oh,
just
I'm sorry.
no, it's fine. I just thought I recognised the accent. You
Right,
know,
right, right.
right, right.
That
He
that's
says
a
it.
tune ass,
He says
that's
it
a
just
tune
like
ass
you.
version of yeah, man. You know,
Right.
right. Oh my god.
But yeah, because I'm in it from England, and you know, once upon a time I used to think just an American sounds like an American, but obviously I've spoke to so many people now from different areas, different states, and I can pick out accents now. You know areas where people are from.
Right. You sound like a buddy of mine. His name is Bigfoot Bob. He's in Scotland.
All right.
Yeah, and he sent me a painting he did of a Bigfoot, a watercolor painting.
Oh,
And
cool.
he has this accent, you know. And I'm like, wow, man, where you from? Where y'all from? You know, he's like,
Yeah.
well, come on, mate. You know, you know what? You know, what are you talking about? You know, he's a real nice guy, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they had him in Scotland, but he's been following there forever.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard of him. Oh, that's really coming together now, Larry.
Wow, it is. Oh,
Sheila
man.
Claxon says, I don't think I would ever sleep again. No, I don't think I would, seeing something like that.
It took me a while.
You've got to laugh, haven't you, with this situation in a way?
Well, yeah, in a way. I mean, because you know, I laugh at my own self sometimes, going, "What am I doing here? I mean, what am I doing?" You know, but I can't turn away from them. I mean,
Yeah.
I've lost too much doing what I'm doing. There's no turning back for me. I mean, it is what it is. You know, I'll protect them as long as I can, the best I can, whatever it costs me. I mean, because that's just the way I am.
Well, I think we know once you've seen one, you can't turn back. You can't unsee these things, and
You can't even see them. I mean, you can't. You're right. There's no turning back. I mean, it is what it is. I mean,
and then it feels like these people that have had encounters like yourself. There's like a mission then to find out more.
exactly.
You know,
I mean,
like bites you.
I've had one almost kill me. You know, and
Right.
people, man, you're crazy. I'm like, no, I'm not. I was in their home. You know, I mean, I'm not gonna come to your house and open your refrigerator and stick my hand in there, bro, without asking you. You know, it's pretty much the same. You know, I went to their house uninvited. I mean, yeah.
You cross the line, obviously.
Exactly. And they let me know real quick, you know. Yeah, I stayed in the body cast 18 months. Yeah, they let me know quick. Wow.
I think once we get a little bit of shoulder in there, that'll really.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. My God, Larry. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a copy of that and put on my wall beside the watcher. You know.
Yeah.
Wow. That is incredible.
We've been pretty lucky on these. I mean, as far as I don't think we've had anybody that said, "I don't nothing like it."
Wow.
Pretty lucky.
No, it's not luck, Mr. Larry. It's skill. I don't know how you do it.
It's not always easy, is it?
No.
But Larry has the, it's a skill to translate words onto paper, into a drawing. Not everybody can do it.
You definitely have a gift. I could barely write my name where people can read it.
You're not a doctor here. Wow.
Oh, my pencil.
Huh?
Come here, pencil.
Man. Ugh.
Is it bringing it back?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's a bittersweet thing, this process. You know.
Yeah, it's like you relive it, you know.
Mm. I've said this before though, but doing these drawings, it's like a form of data collecting. Now we're seeing what people are talking about. We listen to a lot of encounters, but we don't often see what this thing is that people are, telling us about. So it just gives another dimension to these encounters,
Right. Absolutely. Wow.
I'll have to get you some WD-40 for that.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. I sat here and said, "What is he going to say something about WD-40?"
In the meantime, you could just put a bit of like vegetable oil or something on it.
Oh, I could.
Let me have a look here. So guys, if you don't mind, everybody watching, 236 watching, only 107 likes. Can we get 230 odd likes, please? That would be amazing if everyone just hit that thumbs up.
Wow.
Nobody wants to bump into one of them, do they?
No.
On a dark night, especially.
I get a kick out of if I'm doing a talk, and it's usually a young person will come up to me afterwards and he'll say something like, "Yeah, if I saw one, I'd track it." I go, "You would not.
Mm-hmm.
You would not."
No, you wouldn't. Go home.
So you've had quite a close encounter with one of these then, not in a good way.
Yes.
Do you want to share a little bit of that? Would you mind? Or, I mean, you don't have to, obviously.
Well, I can tell you off the air, but I can tell you this on the air. I lost my brother, and they found me 2 days later.
Okay. Oh.
So I follow them for a different reason than everybody else.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, no, you don't have to.
I respect them, you know.
Yeah.
Anybody that sees one and they don't respect it, they're just an idiot.
I mean,
Yeah.
should we do that with all creatures though? You know, they're in their own environment as well.
Right.
It is what it is, isn't it? These things you just don't know what they can do.
Or where they at?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I know people that said they followed them home. You know,
What do you think about that?
I don't know. I mean, I have them here. So I mean, if you follow one home, if they follow you home, I don't know if you made them mad or you know, because I wouldn't think the sense of intrigue for them is that great, you know, for them to actually follow you. Well, I mean, I've heard it before. I've heard it a lot. I mean, it could happen, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Wow. Brandon, long time no see. Hope you're doing all right.
I used to call, you know, I still think, you know, that they're the missing link. That's what I think.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, it's just my opinion. I mean, they're, like I said, they're not creatures. They're not animals. They're beings, and they've been here so long. You know, I mean, it's
Yeah, they know how to get about, don't they? They've obviously know how to get about.
well, they definitely know how to adapt. You know,
Well, they do, don't they? And they're adapting in different environments. You know, those that are down in Florida or wherever, you know, in these swamps, Louisiana, where you are, to those
right.
that are, you know, in the woods, far off in a wooded area or place. You know,
Then you got them. You know, you got them in up north or different countries. You know, in the freezing cold and all. I mean, you know,
yeah. You know, do the ones in the south, you know, in the swamps, that do they need to migrate? Do they need to move?
right.
I mean, there's always a food source in the water, I guess.
Yeah, they always follow the seasons because it's a food source for them. They always follow water. You know, they always have food. I mean, something that big, they have to eat
Yeah. What do you think?
a lot. I think it's amazing.
Should we tweak it?
With the hey, with the where the bottom of the eye is,
Yeah.
where the beard meets the bottom of the eye socket, can you go in just a little bit on both sides with the head?
Yeah, absolutely.
Laurie's so good at the hair, the detail on the hair.
Is that better?
Yeah, where the beard is,
Yeah.
No, go up right by the ear.
Yeah.
Can you go in just a little bit all the way down?
Sure.
Down to how far?
Down past his lip. It just had a little bit more facial hair.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is a very human looking one. Hello, Meredith. Don't often get to see you in the live, but glad you made it. How's that looking? A little bit more, or is that getting there?
It's getting there. Yeah. Oh, definitely. Wow. That's amazing.
I know you've been wanting Larry to do this for a while, haven't you?
Yes, I have for a long, long time.
How does it make you feel seeing it? I mean, I know it's probably a silly question, but
No,
Does it?
it's not silly. It's wow. It brings back memories.
Yeah.
Wow.
How's that hair look now?
That looks good, Mr. Larry. That's perfect.
That's perfect. Cool. That's
That's
what
it.
I like to hear.
That's it.
Okay,
Wow.
we're gonna tweak. We're gonna tweak it here.
Okay, Mr. Lee, 3PO. So where you don't have to tell us exactly, but where was this encounter? And
It was at a swamp in Louisiana.
Louisiana. Okay. And you're from Florida originally.
Originally, yeah, but I live in Mississippi.
Yeah, you're in Mississippi now.
Yeah, I got more encounters here than anywhere else I've been. So
Right. Thank you, Mike's Adventures. Appreciate that.
that is incredible. That's wow. Wow. I have no words. That's wow.
That's looking like it. I mean, it'd be great to get you on again. Talk about some of your other encounters.
Almost made me cry, Larry. I said you almost made me cry, sir.
Oh my God.
Oh,
I love that. Well, I love that.
I'd love to be back on, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. We'll definitely work that out.
That's it, Larry.
Okay, let me
He's going to tweak it now. He's going to tweak it and we'll get it. He'll send it to me and then I'll put it up. Oh, where's my camera gone? There it is. I've put my, it's getting cold here because it's 2:45 in the morning and our clocks have changed now. So we're back to, for me, coming on at late o'clock.
Okay. Thank you for talking to me.
Yeah, well, we're not done yet. Don't go
Okay.
anywhere yet. Don't go anywhere yet. Laura's going to send it to me. Yeah, I appreciate you coming on and
Anytime.
doing that for us. And I hope, maybe in a few days that you're not feeling, all the emotions in that way. That for some people, putting this thing onto paper has kind of shifted some of the weight from them not having to think about what this thing looked like to actually being just to be able to look at it.
I can look at it. I can look at it. I look at the scars every day. So, I deal with it.
Yeah.
That's you just learn to live with it, and move on. You gotta live. I mean, you gotta. I pursue my passion. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm getting the feeling there's a lot more to, your search with your brother and everything. And
there is.
This is something very personal. As it is to everyone, it's personal, but this, seems to be, a little bit more for you. And so I don't want to push you for details, but you can tell that this is, has affected you as it does most people, and when you're close enough to see the face, that's close enough, isn't it?
It's close. Yeah.
How are you getting on, Larry?
I'm getting there.
Okay. So let me put another link up to Earl's group. It's called Beings of Mississippi. And you got some videos and you do lives from there. All that stuff, Earl.
Right.
Okay, let me just put it again in the chat. Are you thinking about getting a YouTube channel?
I don't know. I really don't know that much about it. Like I said, everybody's been telling me, man, you need to write a book. And I said, man, I ain't writing no book. Well, you need to post this some kind of way or another. I said, I don't know how you do all that stuff. You know, I don't have time to do all that. I don't sit behind a computer. I got to work. And he said, man, it ain't nothing to it. So anyway, a friend of mine taught me to do posting that on Facebook, and that was, you know. So I don't know how you do it on YouTube, because every time I go to one of my spots, I start filming it. I just turn it on live. So, you know, if you see an alligator run across the road, it's live. Or you see me getting hit with a rock or a tree, it's live. You know, so that's the way I like it. You know, I encourage everybody that's in my group to, you know, film it live. No circles. You know, no blurry pictures. I don't post it. I'm not gonna put it on my page. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's you know, good way to be, isn't it? Just see it for what it is.
The real deal. I mean, you know.
Yeah, so I hope people go and join Earl's group. There we go. And
Oh no, I'm getting ready to send it your way.
Okay. Technology.
I know.
It's something, isn't it?
Estelle is asking roughly what part of Mississippi?
Well, I live in Rankin County.
Okay. I hope that helps. Or not.
Yeah,
But you know, you don't want anyone.
It's almost the middle, but I go from top to bottom and side to side. I go everywhere when I can.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. No, that's not the Bigfoot. That's not the Bigfoot.
I guess some people are in that area, you know, and are interested as well of what's going on where they're living.
Great. That's great. I love it. You know, if they like me about it, that's great. You know, the more the merrier.
Yeah. And it's spreading awareness as well, isn't it? You know, just letting people know.
I didn't talk about nothing forever. Then I met Mr. Larry and I started talking to him, and he's the one that brought me out of my shell about stuff. So you know,
it's all my fault.
It's all your fault, Mr. Larry. I love you, sir. Thank you.
Well, look, guys, as well, on Thursday night, there will be an encounter hub. And that's for people who've had encounters. And Earl, you might want to join us one night. It doesn't go on, it doesn't go on YouTube. It doesn't get recorded. It's just a place for people to meet, a bit like what we're doing now, but we're not streaming. And it's just for people that have had encounters and don't really want to, you know, have loads of people listening in. They just want to share it with people who've had similar things and just to be able to talk, you know, and offload. And
I'd love to be on it or see it. Send me your link. I'll be there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's on Thursday. If anyone else wants to join, do the usual thing. Send me an email.
Excuse me.
Daniela at hiddenexistence.com, and I will send you a link on the
look what Steve Wolf wrote. Let's help feed Larry's awesome animals.
Yes. And so yeah, the encounter hub. And then of course, if you want to help Larry out and his animals, feed those bears and tigers and
and the Bigfoot mugs. Yeah, we got the Bigfoot mugs.
Yeah, you don't, you know, get something for your donation. Get one of these Bigfoot mugs. Get one of his prints if you like this sort of stuff, which I'm sure you will. you know, these are on amazing quality paper, really good quality paper, aren't they? And
Yeah, they are.
They'll look pretty amazing framed. And it's got all sorts of stuff. You've got little magnets and like just loads. Find him on Facebook as well, Larry Batson. On Facebook, there's only one Larry Batson. And just send him an email. And Kevin, you're going to look up for Kevin Parker's email, aren't you, Larry?
Yes, I will.
And you'll sort that out. So, have you sent me it? You haven't sent me it.
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah.
No.
You don't have it?
No, I don't.
Well. Oh, I said it to Earl. Jesus.
You?
Oh.
Okay.
No wonder.
Earl's got it.
Oh, wait a minute.
Let us have a look as well.
Okay, hold on. God, I wonder what the heck. There we go. Yeah, I'm not a smart man.
Yeah, right.
I gotta. Yeah. Okay. Come on, computer.
Daniela.
Come on. Okay. There we go. It's funny.
There we go.
I gotta go back.
Yeah. This one looks really weird. Not weird. It just gives me a weird feeling looking at this one.
Estelle, Batson.
What does that mean?
Yeah, they wanted my last name.
Yeah.
But several others jumped in. So
okay. Yeah. Thanks, guys. And it is right there on the screen.
Yeah.
Just under Larry's beard. Larry Batson. So let's get this up. That's
wow.
That's really good, Larry.
Wow. Is that him?
That's very human. Very human looking. I think you nailed it this time because Earl's pretty much. Well, it's a little bit overwhelming seeing these things, bringing it back, the memories, you know, and we don't do this as an entertainment. You know, I realized a long time ago that doing this process is emotional for the guest, and we don't want to upset people, but I found it's been good therapy. Maybe not tonight, maybe tomorrow or the day after, you might feel a little bit different, but just sharing and talking about your encounter helps. And I hope, you know, you get something from this, even though you might not be feeling it now. But yeah, it's just one of those things, isn't it? Like I say, it's a kind of Larry enjoys it. It's therapy for him.
It is.
And he laughs when he gets it right. It's not because he wants to see people get upset, but it's because he's, you know.
At least I don't point.
Yeah.
I don't point and laugh. I might just.
Exactly. You're laughing because you got it right, and that's fair enough. So, Earl, just want to thank you again for coming on.
Thank you for inviting me.
And we'll definitely get you back on again. Larry, thank you so much.
Well, thank you. And I also would like to thank my mother, my brothers and sisters, and my cousins.
Oh, yeah.
And all the other people I'm probably related to and I don't know across North America.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Larry.
Oh, thank you, Earl.
Thanks, everyone in the chat.
Let's look at that again.
Do you want to look at it again? We should look at it again, shouldn't we?
Yeah,
all right,
we've only
enjoy
the joy of it.
The joy of it.
The joy of it.
Joy of it, if you can call it that. Guys, we'll be on tomorrow night, Researchers Report. And hopefully we'll see. See all
That's
there.
amazing.
It is. It's quite a face, that one. You know, it really is very human. Looking.
Wow.
It's yeah, the eyes as well. It's always the eyes, isn't it? That gets you with these things.
Wow.
But yeah, once again, thanks, Larry. Thanks, Earl. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow night, hopefully, if not, at some point in the week. So good night from us all.